was as a fundraiser to say, we're not going to go out and have a big $50 dinner and charge people $75.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna show that there are people in our community who this is what they might eat on a night. This is it. This is not lavish. This is not, and it has come. It is a celebratory time for us because we have so many in our community there that we have scaled it a little bit differently. And I think people are so much more aware of food insecurity now than they were 40 years ago. And 40 years ago, it was really about saying, your neighbor next door, the elderly woman down the street who's getting a very minimal Social Security check, they need help, quite frankly. And that providing food is a great way to help people. And our place provides food, 2 hot meals 5 days a week, and food baskets, or what we call a food shelf, which means that, and we have changed from before COVID and what we had to do during COVID.
Everything changed.
And where we are now. But right now, you set up an appointment, and you go in and you do a shop. So you're only getting the food that you want, that your family likes. And then we are able to, through the generosity of the Vermont Food Bank and local producers, able to give everyone some protein. So burger or chicken, tofu, and then we always have a big table of vegetables.
Nice, that's good.
And produce for people to pick and choose from. People are so generous in this community that, there's always things from Harlow's. There's always, and how we get it is a little, people think we pull up a truck and back up. That's not quite how it happens. Allen Brothers as well, Pete's Stand. The food makes its way to us. We get all, which is perfectly fine, and their meat that's close to their use by date. So we get our food in many different ways, but we have expenses. We have an oil bill, we have because we have lots of refrigeration, a big electric bill.
I bet you have rent, because you rent the building.
We have rent. We have snow plowing, which we got our estimate for this year, and I'm a little.
I know. And you can't control that at all, or budget for it.
And that's not, the estimate is not a confirmed number. It's just, this is what we think, you'll owe us by the end of March. Hopefully by the end of March and not the end of April. But speaking of local, the people this is also an auction event, so there's a silent auction. So when you're having, Allison has a bartender and drinks, so they're certainly non-alcoholic, but there's also a little alcohol to get the warmth going and
loosen the purse
loosen
a bit.
Absolutely, Marty. I know you'll be there Sunday night, so I hope your purse strings get nice and loose.
Mine don't get loosened by alcohol because I don't really drink that much, but they're just loose anyway.
Yeah. And then we have a fantastic live auction. There's always some jokes in there and some sort of pranks being pulled. It's a very funny event. We believe we're lucky enough to have Bill Stevens as our auctioneer this Sunday. And he always provides a rollicking good time. And
what sort of items are these silent auction items, or are these?
They're a combination of both. So we have this amazingly beautiful Christmas quilt.
Yeah, that's
quite
really nice.
Beautiful. Nancy Sargent made it from Saxon's River.
Stitching
All the
amazing.
different fabrics. It's really and a friend of hers, I think she gave me a note. Julie Patrick?
Yeah, Julie Patrick.
Yeah,
She's a
did
big quilter.
the actual quilting, which is really beautiful, and so that's absolutely a live auction item. something like the pumpkin by Chris Sherwin, which is a little bit different than the other pumpkins he's done for us in the past. It's really a bit different than any of the other glass pumpkins I've seen out there. And it is...
Is it weighty?
It is.
So I know he's into paperweights.
It's a
now.
paperweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. The other ones I believe were hollow.
Right.
And now I know he's been doing
Yeah.
and it's
so
quite
it's solid.
it's beautiful.
And I love the sheen. I think there's a more arty term for it, but I'm going to call it the sheen.
There probably is a more
Yeah.
term. Oops, don't want to
And then Jenny Boucher, who has a small farm stand. It's where I buy my eggs up on Paradise Hill. First of all, I just love going up,
Oh, neat, yeah.
the fact that I'm going up Paradise Hill to buy my eggs. But it's called the Cabin Shop, and she did a beautiful gift basket with homemade soaps, and she does some photographic prints and some other small stuff. And she also has a website, which is lovely because you can purchase locally, but have it shipped as a gift, and she does
nice.
that. Yeah, so that's a wonderful thing, and of course, she, like so many others, the moment you ask, says, "Oh my gosh, of course I'll donate."
And I think that's a good point to bring up. This is a good opportunity for shopping.
It's a very good
Holiday
opportunity.
shopping,
Yes,
to get local, handmade, oftentimes craft type gifts that you always want to figure that perfect gift, but this is a chance to a perfect and unique gift.
Yes, we have. I'm wearing a pin, and we have a bracelet, beautiful bracelet,
wow.
and another pin. Both the pins can be a pendant or a pin, made by an artist who grew up in Saxon River, Margaret Lacoste. She's also related to me. She's my sister. But she does. She's a polymer artist, and she does beautiful things and has been very generous with her donations this year because they were some of the most popular items.
Oh, nice.
Tom Burns, local artist, has a silver piece he's giving us. I haven't seen it yet. I just haven't picked it up yet.
What about this bucket? What is that?
This is, you don't think of someone who's in every drugstore in America as being local, but Badger Balm over in Gilsum, New Hampshire, which is about 15 miles away, and I know there are some people who live here locally who work there, has donated actually 2 different gift baskets to us. One is sort of a sunscreen, all their different sunscreens and lotions, and then this one is their like their hand cream and their hair cream, their foot. If you've ever, their foot cream is
Really? The bomb?
so good. Yes. And when I picked these up, they also handed me a box with 500 lip balms to give
Wow.
out at not just our place, but the other local food shelves. So very, very generous company always to us, not just with their auction items, but they support us all year long, as so many people do. We have some things that people may not know about locally, which is we have the preeminent Land Rover collection in our area.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah, literally. It is the best collection in the United States of Land Rovers, and you can get a museum tour. You can
Is
bid on
really?
that at
that is
Macri's?
yes,
Yes.
yeah, at the Macri's. Very special and very unique. So that you're not going to find that in any other
You are
auction.
not going to find that in any other auction.
We have a Vermont Academy swag bag. So they've very generously donated a tote and a sweatshirt and some other small, some maple syrup. Mike Stack donated 2 quarts and a half gallon of maple syrup.
Liquid gold.
Yeah, Vermont. And we all know that Christmas trees are becoming harder and harder to
Right.
find.
Yeah.
We have 2 Christmas trees that will already be cut down and will be at the auction site on Sunday. So you can bid on it and take it home with you.
That's a
Take
unique
it home
idea.
with
That's
you.
a great idea.
Yeah. Pam Parent of the Rock and Hammer has, again, I'm assuming it's a spoon, but I haven't seen it. So I always, depend on her to come up with something beautiful and creative. And that will be a live auction item. So many things. Chris Sherwin, the glass pumpkin, there's also another glass piece he did. One is going to be live auction and one is going to be silent auction. So that, The Village Booksellers, always very generous. One of those people I can count on, that I don't have to
You have to
Yes,
twist their
right.
arm.
twist
There's
arm
no
or
arm
get worked
twisting.
up about having to ask them. And then if you're having relatives coming for Thanksgiving or Christmas, great opportunity to use the Grafton Inn gift certificate. That way, don't have them at home. Let the Grafton Inn make them breakfast.
That's a great idea.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Special for them and nice for you. So that's a wonderful gift certificate we have. The Bicycle Project is putting together a basket of bicycle things for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I believe we're having triple ups and movie theater
Good one.
tickets.
Yeah.
Those are
always
always,
very popular.
again, great Christmas gifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And probably our highest, the item that goes the highest is the 100 gallons of oil from Coda and Coda, which is a gift of warmth. You can give it to a nonprofit. You can keep it yourself. We are one of the very few charity
normally it's
events.
gift to gift.
Yes, but
Oops, pardon me.
I have to say that we've almost, the generous
Yeah.
people who come to this almost always gift it back to us or another nonprofit. And they're also a sponsor, along with James Oil Company, Salmon and Nordstrom, the Richards Group,